أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إني أسألك أن تجعل عملي هذا خالصا لوجهك الكريم اللهم انفعني بما علمتني وعلمني بما ينفعني وزدني علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to my Arabic class, lesson number 9. As always, let's begin with grammar. In grammar, we have been doing murakkabat. We said that inshallah we will be studying 5 types of murakkabat. We have already looked at sifa mawsuf and we looked at ism ishara musharun ilay. Today inshallah we will be looking at the third murakkab of the 5. This is idafa. Sifa mawsuf and ismul ishara musharun ilay murakkab, they were murakkabat formed between nouns. Idafa is also a murakkab formed between nouns. In English, idafa could be translated as possession construction. However, one thing we have to keep in mind, in Arabic, idafa is more than just being a possession construction. Yes, there is a type of idafa that would be translated as possession construction, but then there is another type of idafa that does not form a possession construction. So we have to keep that in mind. So first let's talk about the possession construction idafa. In English, if I say Muhammad's book or I say his book, it's like saying the book of Muhammad or the book of his. In these cases, there is a possessor, that's Muhammad, or the pronoun he, and then there is a possession, book. So we can make the same kind of construction in Arabic. So for Muhammad's book, it would be Kitabu Muhammadin. The possession is Kitab and the possessor is Muhammad. Or for his book, I can say Kitabuhu. Again, the possession is Kitab and the possessor is the pronoun he. This is a possession construction. However, there is a third type of possession, a third type of idafa. This we will see only in Arabic. So it's not a possession construction. This is kind of more for Arabic. In this type of idafa, what we will see is that there are certain nouns, they are special nouns that take an addendum after them, that take a word after them to complete their meaning. Some of these special nouns are special dhuruf. So just keep that in mind and then let's look at the 3 types of idafa. So this was a broad description of what an idafa construction is, and just for our understanding, we will divide it into 3 types of idafa. In the first type, there will be a noun and a noun. So both are going to be regular nouns. In the second type, there will be a noun and a pronoun. In the third type, there will be a special noun, like for instance a zarf, and the other part would be a noun or a pronoun. So again, I will repeat myself. The first and second type of idafa are possession constructions. Just like in English, these are possession constructions. So let's try and look at these again. In a possession construction, there is a possessor and there is a possession. So if I say Kitabu Ahmad, the word Kitab, it has a term in Arabic, it is called mudaf. And the word Ahmad, the term for that is mudaf ilay. So the possessor is Ahmad, the term for possessor in Arabic is mudaf ilay, for this construction, and the term for the possession is mudaf. So and if I, instead of Ahmad, if I use a pronoun, then I say Kitabuhu, it stays the same. The word Kitab is the mudaf and the pronoun hu is the mudaf ilay. So let's look at it one more time. The possessor is called mudaf ilay. The possessed thing, the possession, is called mudaf. Idafa has certain rules. The mudaf, the possession, it cannot have al, it cannot have tanween. And another thing it is saying here, let me just read it. It also does not have the noon which is found in muthanna nouns as well as the noon that is found in Jama, Mudhakkar, Salim nouns. Even if it doesn't make sense right now, let's keep that in mind. So mudaf cannot have al, mudaf cannot have tanween, mudaf cannot have the noon that is found in Muthanna nouns, ani, aini, the noon there, or the noon that is found in Jama, Mudhakkar, Salim nouns, una, ina, the noon in those endings. The mudaf ilayhi has to follow one rule. It has to be in jar state. Alright, so then there is one more rule. Nothing can come between mudaf and mudaf ilayh. They have to be right next to each other. So let's look at some examples of idafa. So remember I said the type 1 idafa and the type 2 idafa is what I would call in English a possession construction. So here is an example. The man's house. In the beginning, when we are new at this idafa construction, forming an idafa construction or understanding it, what I would suggest is that normally in English I would say the man's house, but I would like to break it up and always bring the possession first. In that case, I would say the house of the man. It's saying the same thing, the man's house. The only thing was I switched the order for my understanding. I made it the possession, then I put the particle of, and then I put the possessor. When I do it this way, it will help me understanding it in Arabic, because the house in Arabic I'm going to make it bayt. Of, I don't have to write. The man, I'm going to say ar-rajul. So it becomes baytur rajuli. So look at it. The word bayt is my mudaf. I remember that mudaf has two rules. It cannot have al, it cannot have tanween. Bayt does not have al or tanween. It only has one dhamma. The mudaf ilayh has to be in jar state. Ar-rajuli. The kasra on the word rajul tells me this is in jar state. So mudaf, mudaf ilayh are following their rules. They are also right next to each other. There's no word between them. So all the rules are being fulfilled. This is an idafa construction. Baytur rajuli, the man's house, or if you want to go very literal, the house of the man. If you are wondering where am I getting the for house, if you remember when we were doing ma'rifah, there were 7 ways a word can be ma'rifah. One of the ways we learned was if the mudaf ilayh is ma'rifah, the mudaf is ma'rifah. That's something you can see here. What's your mudaf ilayh? It's ar-rajuli. It is ma'rifah. Why is it ma'rifah? Because it has al. Because it is ar-rajuli, so the word that is its mudaf, the bayt, I'm going to say that is also ma'rifah. When my mudaf ilayh is ma'rifah, my mudaf is ma'rifah. Because it's the man, I know the man, so I know the house that belongs to him. The man's house. Another example, so if in English we say the boy's cat, the boy is the possessor and the cat is the possession. For Arabic, I would like to change the order, so I say the cat of the boy. Then I can translate it. The cat is qitta and the boy is al-walad. So qittatu, no al in qitta and no tanween in qitta. And al-walad, it has to be in jar state, so al-waladi. Qittatul waladi, the boy's cat or the cat of the boy. Again, why am I saying the cat? Because mudaf ilayh is proper, mudaf ilayh is ma'rifah, definite. Al-walad, so his cat is also known, it's ma'rifah. Teachers, students. So here again I switch the order. The students of the teacher. Oh, sorry. I'm not going to put a the here because it's just saying teachers. It's not saying the teachers, students. So I'm just going to say students of teachers. So how will I do that? Students, the Arabic is talibat. Teachers, the Arabic is mualli, mean. Now, we haven't studied this in detail, but I will just mention it here. Mu'allimin is in jar state. It is a Jama Muzakkar Salim, teachers. Jama Muzakkar Salim had two options, una and ina. We said when it is in rough status, the word is in rough status, it will end in una. If the word was in nasb or jar status, it was supposed to end in ina. Mudaf ilayh is always in jar status. That's why I will choose mu'allimina, not mu'allimuna. Talibatu mu'allimina. Here the word mu'allimin does not have al. So it is a nakira word. So the word talibat is also nakira. Students of teachers. Teachers, students. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense, inshallah. And again, there's a mistake in the English. It's teachers, so the apostrophe should be after the S. It's not one teacher, it's many teachers. Again, there's this, if we don't understand, we can maybe pause the video and try and read all of this explanation again. But basically what I just said, it's saying the same thing again. So this was the first type of idafa construction. The first type of idafa construction is formed between two regular nouns. One of them is the possessor, the other is the possession. The possession is written first, it's called mudaf in Arabic. The possessor is written second, it's called mudaf ilayh in Arabic. Mudaf has to follow two rules. It cannot have tanween, it cannot have al. Mudaf ilayh has to follow just one rule, it has to be in jar status. No word can come between the two. If you kind of memorize these few rules, inshallah, idafa will not be a problem. In type 2 idafa, it's exactly the same as type 1. The only difference is that the mudaf ilayh is always going to be a pronoun. It's not going to be a regular noun, rather it's going to be a pronoun. As far as pronouns are concerned, we studied that a pronoun is, it's called dhamir in Arabic, and dhamair, plural of pronouns, are of two types in Arabic. They are attached and they are detached. Detached meaning they are standalone words, they don't attach to any word. But then the other category, attached pronouns. These are pronouns that attach to another word, mostly as a suffix, but sometimes as a prefix. Actually, they always attach as a suffix. So these pronouns, attached pronouns, they are of two families. All right. So attached pronouns, they are divided into two families, and we kind of memorize them. We made a mnemonic and we memorized them such. The first family is kahin, kaf, ha, ya, nun, and the second family, just to kind of memorize the pronouns in that family, ta, na, ween, ta, na, ween. Each and every letter is a pronoun on its own. So attached pronouns, they are divided into two families, kahin and ta, na, ween.